Welcome to the TrackPads Military Podcast, where history, leadership, and heroism come alive. Today's episode explores the role of chaplains in military units. Jason's new book, Uncommon Valor, Medal of Honor Stories from the Battle of Iwo Jima, is now available in Kindle, paperback, and a collectible hardcover edition. It's the first in a 10-part series exploring the incredible stories of Medal of Honor recipients from World War II. Meticulously researched and vividly told, Uncommon Valor takes readers deep into the brutal battle for Iwo Jima, honoring the Marines whose acts of heroism changed history. From the chaos of the beach landings to the iconic flag raising atop Mount Suribachi, this book captures the grit, sacrifice, and spirit of America's highest military honor. To learn more or grab your copy, visit militaryauthorme.com and please follow Jason on Amazon to be informed of future releases. The role of chaplains in military units. Military chaplains hold a unique and essential position within armed forces around the world, fulfilling roles far beyond traditional spiritual leadership. From the ancient priests accompanying Roman legions to the diverse and inclusive chaplaincy of modern militaries, these dedicated individuals have continually adapted to serve the evolving needs of soldiers across history. Whether providing emotional support during combat, conducting religious ceremonies in remote locations, or advising commanders on complex ethical matters, chaplains have consistently proven vital in maintaining the morale, resilience, and ethical standards of military units. Today, military chaplaincy is characterized by remarkable diversity and a commitment to inclusivity, ensuring representation and support for service members of all faiths, spiritualities, and even non-religious perspectives. Chaplains play a pivotal role in strengthening unit cohesion, providing confidential counseling, and supporting troops through the profound stresses of deployment and combat. Their presence not only enhances the mental and emotional well-being of personnel, but also significantly contributes to overall operational effectiveness, highlighting the enduring importance and evolving scope of chaplaincy within the military community. Historical background. The concept of military chaplaincy traces its origins back to ancient times, when priests often accompanied armies onto the battlefield. Ancient Roman legions, for instance, frequently included religious figures who conducted rituals, provided blessings, and offered spiritual guidance to soldiers. Medieval armies across Europe similarly embraced religious advisors, whose duties ranged from blessing troops before battle to administering last rites. The Crusades offer a vivid example of this integration, with Christian priests playing critical roles in boosting morale, providing spiritual counseling, and legitimizing the cause of the war. Military chaplaincy evolved significantly during the era of the American Revolutionary War, setting the stage for its modern form. Chaplains during this conflict served a dual role, providing spiritual guidance while actively engaging in the morale and welfare of the troops. Clergymen like Reverend John Gano, who served as George Washington's personal chaplain, illustrate the importance of this role in early American military history. The Continental Army officially recognized the necessity of chaplains, establishing standards and requirements for their selection and service, and solidifying their place within military structure. The establishment of a formalized chaplain corps in the United States military occurred during the American Civil War. Amid the devastating conditions and heavy casualties, the Union and Confederate armies both recognized the need for organized spiritual support. The Union Army appointed hundreds of chaplains from various denominations, marking a significant step in institutionalizing chaplaincy within the military framework. Confederate forces similarly valued chaplain contributions despite facing greater logistical difficulties, highlighting the essential nature of spiritual care during prolonged and brutal warfare. The 20th century further reinforced and expanded the role of military chaplains, particularly evident during World War I and World War II. In World War I, chaplains were integral in supporting soldiers coping with trench warfare's extreme psychological stresses, often risking their lives to reach frontline positions, to comfort and encourage troops. World War II saw an even greater reliance on chaplains as they served in diverse settings, from European battlefields to Pacific jungles. Figures like the 4 chaplains who heroically gave up their life jackets to save soldiers when the transport ship Dorchester sank underscore the chaplains' profound impact and dedication. In recent decades, the role of military chaplains has evolved significantly to embrace a more inclusive representation of diverse faith traditions and non-religious personnel. Modern chaplaincy reflects broader societal shifts, accommodating chaplains representing Judaism, Islam, Buddhism, Hinduism, and even secular counselors who provide ethical and psychological support. This diversification ensures all service members, regardless of their religious affiliation or lack thereof, have access to spiritual guidance and support tailored to their personal beliefs and values. Such inclusivity highlights the adaptability and essential nature of chaplaincy within today's pluralistic military environments. Core responsibilities. One of the primary responsibilities of military chaplains is to provide spiritual care and religious services for troops from a wide array of faith backgrounds. Chaplains ensure that soldiers can maintain their religious practices even in challenging and remote environments, conducting worship services, prayer meetings, and religious rites aligned with diverse traditions. Their duties require familiarity with various faiths to serve effectively, reflecting a commitment to spiritual inclusivity and respect for religious diversity. Chaplains also facilitate access to religious resources and artifacts, such as scriptures, prayer rugs, or rosaries, enabling troops to feel spiritually connected regardless of their deployment location. Another essential aspect of chaplain responsibilities involves offering counseling and emotional support to personnel dealing with personal and professional challenges. Troops often face intense psychological stress due to combat experiences, separation from family, or difficulties in unit cohesion, making chaplains a critical source of emotional and psychological comfort. Chaplains provide a safe, confidential environment for soldiers to express concerns, seek guidance, or address ethical dilemmas. Their non-combatant status and neutral position within the command structure uniquely equip them to build trust, enabling troops to communicate openly about sensitive issues. Facilitating ceremonies such as weddings, funerals, and memorial services is also central to a chaplain's role within military units. Chaplains preside over joyous occasions like marriages, bringing a sense of normalcy and celebration amid the demands of military life. In contrast, they play an equally crucial role during solemn events such as funerals and memorial services, offering comfort and compassion to grieving families and comrades. By conducting these ceremonies with dignity and reverence, chaplains help personnel process complex emotions and honor the memory of those who have served alongside them. Chaplains serve an important advisory role, assisting commanders by providing insight on moral and ethical considerations related to military operations and decision-making. Commanders frequently face difficult choices involving the use of force, treatment of detainees, and ethical aspects of leadership, and chaplains provide perspectives informed by moral and ethical frameworks. Their ability to offer impartial, thoughtful guidance on sensitive issues helps commanders navigate morally complex situations, ultimately enhancing the ethical integrity of military operations. In this capacity, chaplains act as a moral compass, promoting values such as compassion, integrity, and respect throughout the ranks. Supporting morale by fostering a sense of purpose, hope, and community is another critical function of military chaplains. Through their constant presence and availability, chaplains enhance unit cohesion by promoting shared values, resilience, and emotional strength among service members. Chaplains organize morale-boosting events, religious or secular gatherings, and educational workshops that strengthen relationships within units. By nurturing an environment of mutual support and spiritual resilience, chaplains significantly contribute to overall military effectiveness and well-being. Chaplains in combat and deployment. In combat and deployment settings, chaplains play a crucial role in maintaining both spiritual and mental resilience among service members facing extraordinary stress. High-intensity environments create unique emotional and psychological burdens, making spiritual support essential to troop morale and effectiveness. Chaplains engage regularly with soldiers, providing grounding conversations, prayers, or simply a listening ear during challenging circumstances. This continual interaction helps soldiers cope with the stress of imminent danger, uncertainty, and the harsh realities of warfare. Chaplains are actively involved in providing support both during combat missions and immediately following traumatic events. They accompany troops into conflict zones, offering encouragement, prayers, and comfort amidst ongoing engagements. After battles or traumatic experiences, chaplains are among the first to respond, delivering immediate emotional support, guiding troops through grief and loss, and facilitating critical incident stress debriefings. Their presence in these pivotal moments significantly aids in the emotional recovery of personnel, helping them process difficult experiences in a healthy, supportive manner. Serving alongside frontline troops places chaplains at considerable physical and emotional risk, despite their non-combatant status. By moving through active combat areas to support their units, chaplains expose themselves to direct enemy fire, bombings, and other battlefield hazards. Emotionally, chaplains bear the heavy burden of absorbing and managing the collective grief, trauma, and stress experienced by those around them. This continuous exposure to intense emotions and difficult situations requires chaplains themselves to develop strong personal coping mechanisms and resilient strategies. History provides numerous examples of chaplains exhibiting extraordinary heroism and making significant sacrifices during major conflicts. During World War II, United States Army chaplain Father Francis Duffy bravely accompanied infantry soldiers on the front lines, frequently exposing himself to enemy fire to minister to the wounded. Similarly, Chaplain Emile Capone, who served in the Korean War, demonstrated incredible bravery, repeatedly risking his life to rescue wounded soldiers, provide spiritual comfort, and uplift morale among prisoners of war. These remarkable individuals exemplify the profound courage and commitment chaplains demonstrate in extreme conditions. Mobile chaplain services have become increasingly vital, particularly in deployed and remote settings where traditional support systems may not be readily accessible. Through innovative means such as traveling chapels, portable worship kits, and even digital spiritual resources, chaplains ensure continuous support for soldiers scattered across challenging terrain and remote outposts. This adaptability enables chaplains to sustain troops' spiritual practices and emotional health regardless of location or logistical limitations. Mobile chaplaincy exemplifies the modern military's dedication to comprehensive care for its personnel, highlighting the critical value placed on spiritual and emotional well-being during deployment. Diversity and inclusivity in chaplaincy. Today's military chaplaincy embodies a remarkable diversity reflecting the wide range of faith traditions found among service members. The modern chaplain corps includes representatives of major world religions such as Christianity, Judaism, Islam, Hinduism, and Buddhism, ensuring troops can access spiritual support consistent with their individual beliefs. This representation enables chaplains to authentically deliver religious rites and rituals that resonate deeply with soldiers' personal convictions. Furthermore, this diversity fosters a culture of mutual respect, understanding, and tolerance within military units. Alongside traditional religious support, military chaplains also cater to the spiritual needs of service members, who identify as non-religious, agnostic, or spiritual but non-denominational. This involves offering counseling and ethical support without specific religious language, ensuring that every service member receives appropriate and respectful care. Such chaplains often provide moral guidance, facilitate personal reflection, and offer supportive presence during difficult times without promoting any specific religious tradition. This inclusive approach significantly enhances the chaplain corps' ability to support all troops, irrespective of their religious affiliations or spiritual perspectives. Effectively addressing cultural differences within diverse military units is another critical aspect of modern chaplaincy. Chaplains routinely facilitate discussions and training sessions to promote cultural awareness and interfaith understanding among troops. Through workshops, educational sessions, and informal conversations, they help bridge cultural divides, foster unit cohesion, and reduce potential conflicts arising from misunderstandings or biases. By encouraging soldiers to openly explore and discuss their diverse cultural and spiritual identities, chaplains significantly enhance mutual respect and collaboration within the ranks. Military institutions have made considerable strides in ensuring inclusivity and equity in chaplain appointments and practices. Policies and recruitment strategies increasingly emphasize diversity, actively seeking qualified chaplains from underrepresented faith traditions and demographic groups. Training for chaplains now regularly includes sensitivity and diversity workshops, equipping them to better understand and respond to the unique spiritual and emotional needs of all personnel. These deliberate efforts help guarantee equitable representation and access to spiritual resources for every service member, fostering an environment of inclusiveness and equity throughout the military. Despite these advancements, chaplains continue to face significant challenges in serving pluralistic military communities with respect and sensitivity. Balancing the diverse religious and secular needs of troops can be complex, requiring chaplains to possess exceptional interpersonal and diplomatic skills. Navigating sensitive topics, religious rituals, and ethical issues across various faith perspectives necessitates careful consideration and cultural competency. Moreover, chaplains must remain constantly aware of their own biases and work diligently to avoid privileging any particular viewpoint, ensuring that their support remains impartial, inclusive, and accessible to all. Impact on unit cohesion and well-being. Military chaplains play a vital role in fostering trust and camaraderie within units, often acting as a central, stabilizing presence among diverse personnel. Because they maintain neutrality and confidentiality, chaplains are uniquely positioned to cultivate open communication, empathy, and mutual understanding among service members. By organizing activities such as group discussions, shared spiritual events, or informal gatherings, chaplains help build strong interpersonal relationships that are essential to effective teamwork. Their continuous, approachable presence significantly bolsters trust, enabling stronger bonds among troops and commanders alike. An essential contribution of chaplains is their ability to help service members cope effectively with stress, grief, and moral injury experienced during military service. Troops frequently confront emotional and psychological turmoil arising from combat experiences, loss of comrades, and morally complex situations, which can profoundly affect their mental well-being. Chaplains offer compassionate counseling, guidance, and spiritual comfort to those struggling with such burdens, facilitating emotional healing and resilience. Their timely interventions often prevent minor emotional struggles from escalating into severe mental health crises. The confidential relationship chaplains maintain with service members creates a critical safe space for discussing sensitive and deeply personal topics, such as faith, ethics, and emotional struggles. Soldiers are often reluctant to openly address such concerns within formal command structures due to fear of stigma or career repercussions. Chaplains offer an essential outlet where personnel can privately explore their thoughts and concerns without judgment or risk to their professional standing. This access to confidential support enables personnel to process challenging experiences healthily and safely, mitigating potential adverse outcomes. Chaplains are instrumental in the process of post-deployment reintegration, providing critical support not only to returning service members, but also to their families. Transitioning from high-stress, combat-focused environments back to civilian life or routine military duties often proves emotionally and psychologically challenging for troops. Chaplains facilitate counseling sessions, group workshops, and family reintegration programs designed to ease this transition, helping both soldiers and their families manage expectations and cope with adjustment difficulties. These proactive measures significantly reduce reintegration stress and enhance long-term family stability and unit readiness. In addition to their pastoral and spiritual roles, chaplains actively contribute to broader mental health initiatives, particularly suicide prevention efforts within military communities. Given their trusted status, chaplains often serve as the first line of defense, in recognizing and responding to warning signs of mental health crises. They collaborate closely with mental health professionals, commanders, and medical staff to develop comprehensive prevention programs that emphasize early intervention, stigma reduction, and emotional resilience. Chaplains' participation in training sessions, awareness campaigns, and crisis response protocols greatly enhances the effectiveness of overall mental health strategies, directly benefiting the well-being and readiness of military personnel. Inclusion. Military chaplains remain indispensable to the fabric of military organizations, blending tradition and adaptability in their crucial roles. From their origins on ancient battlefields to their active presence in today's diverse, high-stress deployment environments, chaplains continue to exemplify resilience, compassion, and ethical leadership. Their unwavering commitment ensures that service members have consistent access to spiritual guidance, emotional support, and moral counsel, irrespective of religious affiliation or background. As military forces evolve, chaplaincy adapts alongside them, proactively addressing emerging challenges and championing inclusivity and understanding. By fostering unity, promoting mental health, and aiding the integration of diverse cultures and beliefs, chaplains enhance military readiness and individual well-being. Their profound impact underscores the importance of maintaining strong, responsive chaplain programs, ensuring that those who serve their nations receive the comprehensive support needed to face the demands and sacrifices inherent in military life. Thank you for joining me on today's episode of the Trek Paths Military Podcast. If you would like to dive deeper into more stories of bravery, leadership, and history, visit trackpads.com. Until next time, keep exploring, stay inspired, and remember, the lessons of the past shape the warriors of the future.